How you doing today? I am doing well, and I'm bringing up a subject that I want you to help me out on, because this is something that's been bothering me. This has been bothering me for years. Now usually when I am looking for a Blu-ray or 4K title, and finally the studio decides to release it. Like recently, I was very excited because one of my favorite movies of all time, Dream a Little Dream, is finally being released on Vestron Video, and of course, yeah, I'm gonna figure out a way to pre-order it or purchase it. Okay, it's probably not gonna be that expensive because Vestron Video lately has been doing a really good job at releasing titles real cheap, affordable stuff. Candyman was the last one. They're like $12.99 at Walmart, $12.98 at Walmart. I didn't get it at Walmart. I pre-ordered it from Amazon, and it took me a little while to get the thing in, but I got it in. I was super excited about it. But it just seems to be that's what's going on lately with these studios. So they're grabbing these old titles that I absolutely love. I mean, I grew up with these things. I would save my lunch money, and I would go to the movie theater and I would watch these movies again and again and again. And the question is why? Why can they not be upgraded to Blu-ray?
Why?
Now, listen, some stuff doesn't need to be upgraded. Not everything has to be upgraded to Blu-ray, but it would be nice. It would be nice to see at least the things that we grew up with and we absolutely love, and so even the picture quality. So some of these things, the picture quality have they're much to be desired. Okay, they could do something better. So special features, it would just make me it would make me happy. It would make me happy, and it'll probably make you happy too, as a nostalgic fan of the 90s and the 80s and the 70s. You know what I mean? That's where I'm at. This is, I was born in the 70s, and I watched movies all through the 80s and watched movies all through the 90s, and then the movies from the 70s I brought back later on in the 90s. It was a thing. Okay, it's a thing. And what I have here is 5 DVDs that need a Blu-ray. They need some Blu-ray love. So I know that the studios are probably not recognizing me. They're probably not paying attention to me. That's all well and good, but maybe some of my friends out there might be able to push something on and get something rolling here, because these are titles that need to get a Blu-ray love, because the quality's not that good. The quality's not that good, or I want some special features. I want something going on with this. I mean, some of these movies, the stars are dying. They passed away. You know what I mean? And now we're never gonna get that in-depth interview or whatever about what they thought while they were filming these things. But with that said, my friends, do me a favor, please hit that like button and that subscribe button here to help me with my algorithm thing there, and let's talk about some stuff. Now, the first title, I mean, these are random. First title that needs to get some official. Let's make this clear. Official. I don't want no bootleg, burn on demand, burnt copy. I know. I'm aware, and we don't talk about these people, but I am aware that there is a company out there that burns on demand DVDs and makes them supposedly the Blu-ray quality. But unfortunately, my friends, they're not that great. I purchased some of these before, and I had this expectations, and I was pumped, and I bought them, and then I find out, like, and I take them home. They come in the mail, and I watch them, and I'm like, wow, the quality is not there. Or they tried you could tell that they tried to brush them up or try to give them some kind of Blu-ray love of some sort. And you could clearly see that there's a problem. There's a problem with the shading, and it can't be done. I mean, this is stuff that these people are doing on their home computers. They're printing out covers. They're printing out the disc. I mean, it's cute. It's a temporary fix for a somewhat. We need a permanent solution. Okay, we don't need a temporary fix. We need a permanent solution, and what we need is for a studio to grab these titles that I'm about to name. I picked 5. I have many more, and there will be more videos like this as I go along, but these are the 5 that I grabbed out of my comedy section. Okay, I figured I'd start with comedy first. Okay, because these are titles that I have grown up with. I've handed these on to my children. They're gonna hand them on to their children. They love these movies, and if you've seen them, you're gonna love them too. Okay, first one, randomly, Loverboy, starring Patrick Dempsey. I've seen that this other studio but this other company that makes the bootleggers, but I want official. I want a Loverboy Blu-ray with a Blu-ray cover and an interview with Patrick Dempsey, and who else is in this? Kate Jackson, no more Carrie Fisher, Barbara Correa, Kirstie Alley. We can do a Kirstie Alley. Come on, I mean this was a. I remember, this was probably this is like one of my favorite movies and also one of my most embarrassing moments in my life. I had an extremely embarrassing moment with this movie. So if you ever seen Loverboy, it's about this guy and he's wants to marry his girlfriend, but he needs to stop making some kind of serious money. So what he decides to do is stop being almost like a gigolo. But he works for a pizza place, and if they order extra anchovies, he shows up there and but he's not a very good gigolo. He's more of like a he boosts these women back into motivating them to be better people. You know what I mean? It's one of them type things. Kind of like a Deuce Bigelow where nothing's really going on, but he's motivating these women to do these other things. Okay, and I remember buying a ticket for this movie and sitting down, and just so happens that I guess this girl that had a crush on me, and this was middle school actually. This came out middle school. What year was this? I was in middle school. 99 minutes. Are they gonna give me the year? Of course they're not. No, they're not gonna. Why would they do that? 1989? 1989. Okay, so 1989, I'm in middle school. End of the day, I go to the movie theater to go see this movie, and then all of a sudden these three girls come in and they're like, "Do you mind if we sit on the side of you?" Now, my normality was to get out of school, cut through the little back of the mall and go through the fence and then go sit down in the movie theater, and nobody would be there with me. I'd be there by myself watching these movies. And at the time, Loverboy was the title I was gonna go see because this was an after Can't Buy Me Love, and I was like, oh, Patrick Dempsey'd out. You know, I really enjoyed him as an actor, and I really enjoyed the movies that he was doing. I was like, this is another one. This is gonna be another big hit, like a Corey Haim and Corey Feldman type thing. This was gonna be another Patrick Dempsey hit. I went to go see it in a movie theater, and these three girls sit on the side of me. And of course, you get the three good, two good looking girls, and the one that's not so much. You know, forgive me, but not so much. And then all of a sudden, the good looking one tells me, "Hey, my friend over here, she likes you." And I look over, and I'm like, first reaction was, why couldn't it be you? Why is it gonna be the one? Why is it gonna be that one? I don't want that one. And now we're watching this movie. And if you've never seen Loverboy, there are a couple of scenes in it that are extremely uncomfortable. So now I got this girl that tells me she's got some kind of thing for me, and I'm sitting on the side of her, and now she's on the side of me. I don't want to talk to her. I'm there to watch a movie. I'm there to watch Loverboy with Patrick Dempsey, and now I got this girl that somehow formulated some kind of, I mean, she's been stalking me. She bought the same ticket she probably standing in line behind me, like, give me ticket to whatever this guy's going to see. And now she's sitting on the side of me, and I'm like, now I'm uncomfortable because the movie itself is uncomfortable. And I'm like, but I'm enjoying the movie, but I don't want this girl on the side. This was a thing. This was a moment. This was one of my movies on memory moments, okay? And it was a strange moment in my life. But I really enjoyed this movie. I really enjoyed this movie, and this movie needs some official Blu-ray love. So Vestron or I'm picturing a Kino. I'm picturing a Kino Lobra. I'm picturing a Kino title. I'm picturing Kino picking this thing up, dusting it off, and probably give us minor special features. But maybe Vestron will grab this thing, give us a little more. Maybe even a Shout Factory would be awesome with a copy of Loverboy on Shout Factory. I would really enjoy that. So this is one of the titles that needs a Blu-ray upgrade. It does. The picture quality's not that great, and it needs a Blu-ray upgrade. As far as special features on this thing, nothing. We got nothing. No special features on this thing, and it's just a good movie. It's a good movie. That's my first one. Okay, second one I'm picking is John Cusack in Hot Pursuit. Okay, this was John Cusack after Better Off Dead. And once again, I was latched on to the Patrick Dempsey thing, but I was also latched on to a John Cusack after seeing him in Say Anything. What was it Better Off Dead, Say Anything. I was like hooked on a John Cusack, and he came out with this movie, which is a movie about, he's got this thing for this girl. They're supposed to go on this trip to like the Bahamas or whatever it is, but he's got to pass his college exam. And what happens is the family's waiting, and the family's really disappointed with him. They're not really a big fan of his, and the girl's all in love with him, but they want him to go on the trip. But he can't go on the trip unless he passes that final exam. Well, he ends up failing the final exam. The girl leaves to go on the trip, but then I'm not trying to give too much away here, but then his I believe it's a science, or it was either science or chemistry teacher show up in his dorm room, and he's like, he sees a picture of his girlfriend. He's like, that's a pretty girl. They don't like disappointment and everything like that. Do you remember, what was it, question number, I want to say 13. I'm just throwing that one out there. He's like, well, you never put a question 13 on your thing because it's unlucky or whatever. And he's like, maybe today it's going to be lucky for you. And he asks him the question, and he gives him the answer. And now he's on a mad rush to try to catch his girl because now he passed the class. He's trying to catch his girl to go to the Bahamas. And it turns out to it's a big thing. It's a big thing. It's just him constantly near missing her over and over and over again. And what a great movie! And the quality on DVD, it's not that great. It's not what it could be. And John Cusack is definitely alive to be doing some interviews. You know what I mean? Let's get Shout Factory. Let's get some John Cusack interviews here, because all we got in here is a widescreen version of the movie and English subtitles, and that's it. We got nothing. There's nothing on here. But there could be something really, really good on this. And this is another one of those absolutely favorite movies. I used to watch this over and over. I had it on VHS over and over and over on VHS. And finally the DVD, watched it over and over on DVD. Now give me some Blu-ray. I want some Blu-ray off. I mean, I'll probably never be a 4K, but Blu-ray, you can put on a Blu-ray, upgrade a little. It's got some young Ben Stiller in it too. It's great. It's a great movie, and another one of those that needs. Listen, I'm pleading here. I'm pleading for you to do something to get these titles the Blu-ray love that they deserve. These are classic movies, and I know there's people watching this right now. You're watching this, and in your head you're like, yeah. I get you so far. Let's see what's going on with the next one. I'm gonna tell you what the next one is. The next one is one of my all-time favorite movies. This is hands down probably one of my favorite movies. I put it in the top 5 of my favorite movies of all time, and it's Can't Buy Me Love. Can't Buy Me Love, and this movie had Patrick Dempsey, Amanda Peterson. Whew, I gotta tell you, my friends, I saw this in the. No word. See, I got.
Breathe in through nose. Breathe out the mouth.
Hold on. I seen this in the movie theater from the day it came out, every single day after. And sometimes I go see it multiple times. I go see it back to back. I buy 2 tickets, go back to back to go see it back to back. I was totally infatuated with Amanda Peterson. Okay, I was like, this was like my middle school crush. Once again, I think this is another middle school year. I think I was in middle school. You're coming into your own, and you're starting to get like stirring of special feelings. What year? Are they gonna give me a year on this thing, or am I gonna be out there where I'm constantly not? No. No. It's got to be in the 80s. It's 94 minutes, color, digitally mastered, Don't give me any information, and I've been making you guys wait too long, and I don't like to do that. There's no year on it. All right, anyway, I got to say, it was probably around the same time, if not a little bit earlier. So I want to say I was in middle school, because that's when I was able to go to the movie theaters. That's when my father was like, you know what, you can walk to the movie theater after you get out of school. You can go to the movie theater. As long as you have the money, you can go. Hey, this movie came out. I saw it the first day it came out. Saw the preview, went to go see it. Loved it, absolutely loved it. I fell in love with Amanda Peterson, man. I was like, yeah, we gonna get married. I had a whole plan going on over here, and I went to go see this movie over and over and over and over, and then left the theater. Came out on VHS, and I remember. And tell me if you don't remember. Tell me if you remember this, or you don't remember this, or whatever. You can comment below with your stories. I love to hear your stories. It came out on VHS, and for some reason, VHS tapes at the time were like in the hundreds. Like if you wanted to buy a brand new VHS tape, you could only rent VHS tapes. You could go to the rental place, you could rent a VHS tape. But if you wanted to buy your favorite VHS tape, it was like $100. It was 100 or more. Ridiculous. I don't even understand why. I don't understand the reason behind it, because eventually they would be previously viewed, and they would sell them in the previously viewed section. I waited. This thing came out on VHS, and they would have the special weekends at West Coast Video and Blockbuster Video and what was the other one? Major Video and Nap Video. All these video places I'm throwing there at you. I would go to these places, and they would have like the Blockbuster weekend. You could rent it on Friday, and you don't have to return it back till Monday. And I would just watch this over and over and over again. It was absolutely hands down, I love this movie. And to this day, this is my go-to. You know, I don't know if you have those moments, my friends, but there's moments in your life when you had a real tough day. You had a real tough day, and you kind of want to ponder back on the better things in your life, the things that you actually enjoyed, the things that you loved growing up, and it almost brings you back to that childlike feeling of like you know you might have a day where you're having like back pain. You know, you might have a day where you just had a bad day at work, or you may have had a day where you're like fighting with everybody. But then you put in one of these movies at night, and you shut the light off, and you start watching it, and it brings you back to that teenage, preteen, whatever it is, boy that was just the biggest struggle was to come up with $2.75 to go see a movie. And then you went to go see the movie, and you had about an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes of just no worries. You know, you're not worrying about what's the fighting between your mother and father. You ain't worrying about what's going on in your home life. You ain't worried about your schooling and how you're failing this, and you got to bring that report card home and dad's gonna flip out on you. You know, you don't have to worry about nothing, because for an hour and 40, Patrick Dempsey and Amanda Peterson are in love. You know what I mean? It's like okay, he's a geek. He turns from geek to chic. He's like this geeky guy who is in love with the next door neighbor, and who could blame him? Okay, and he pays. All of a sudden, she goes to a party. She ends up getting her dress ruined, and he pays her $1,000 to just make believe that she is his girlfriend for I believe wow, I see the movie so many times. I believe it was 1 month, because she goes oh, it's just for like 1 week. He goes, no, 1 month.
Yeah, I promise. Anyway, how bad could it be, right? It's only for 1 month.
No, it's 1 month. 1 month.
Yeah, I know. Okay, 1 month.
Okay.
Yeah, it was such a good movie. I don't want to give too much away if you've never seen it. If you've never seen it, there might be a problem in your life. You need to see this movie. It's so good. And I would watch it so much. I know that this bootleg companies, you know, they're producing these things right now, and I'm tempted. I'm tempted because I love this movie that much, and I don't know who's gonna grab it. I don't know if they're ever gonna grab it. I don't understand why. I don't understand why there's no love for this movie as much as I love this movie. I mean, there's gotta be. I mean, if Dream a Little Dream can get a release, okay, and License to Drive can get a Blu-ray release, there's no reason why this movie should not get a Blu-ray release. It's that good. It's just that good, and it's one of my favorite movies, hands down. One of my favorite movies. I can go to it. It's like Better Off Dead. Better Off Dead and that one go hand in hand. Whenever I feel totally like torn down and my days has been rough, and I just want to get away. I want to escape, and I want to bring myself back to that childhood day where I came home from school and I just shut the door, and my father's not home yet, and my mother ain't home yet, and there ain't no fighting going on, and I'm just me alone in the house, and I'm sitting in front of the TV, and I'm like 13 years old or 14 years old, or whatever age I was at that point. I probably even younger than that, and I was just at peace. Okay, it's tough to find peace nowadays. You know, as you get older, the peace goes away. There's no more peace. You know what I mean? And it's things like these little tidbits of your past. You know, the movies, the memories that give you that little piece of peace. You know, that escape from the reality of what your life is doing to you. Because there's days when you're just popping pills, you're taking aspirin after aspirin and Tylenol and your medication for this, your medication for your back pain. It's just bad. You know, it's just so bad. And you need to escape every once in a while. You need to bring yourself back to that kid version, you know, of you when you felt no pain, you felt minimal worries. You know, the biggest worry you had was dad's coming home, and when he comes home, he's gonna be aggravated. You know what I mean? It's like you have no idea. Okay, so anyway, that one. Oh, I'm getting a little. Wow, what, I don't even know what that was. I'm getting a little. Been a long day. That's another one. And next title. Wish Upon a Star. Now, once again, if any of these titles are released or available officially on Blu-ray, please comment below, because I love them. I love them, and I'll tell you right now, it's funny because if the studios understood my love for these movies, they would also understand the fact that I would pay. You know what I mean? Like, I'm willing to pay for these. Like if they came out with if Arrow Video released a box set of Wish Upon a Star or Can't Buy Me Love, I'm all about paying the $40, $50, my friends. So don't just brush it off. I mean, and I'm sure I'm not the only one. There's other people out there just like me. Wish Upon a Star came on later on in my life. This was one of them that just popped up one day. I think it was on Cinemax or Showtime, and it's one of these switch places movies. But it's probably one of the best switch place movies. I mean, I've seen what's the two that pop in my head, like Father Like Son, and like Father Like Son, and the one with Judge Reinhold and Fred Savage, Father Like Son, and like vice versa, vice versa. Yeah, it's like it's one of them, or like the one I can never remember the Freaky Friday, like a Freaky Friday type thing. But this one's better. Okay, it's got a young Catherine Hegel in it and a Danielle Harris. Okay, Halloween Danielle Harris, right? A young Danielle Harris. And I gotta tell you, this is just a great movie. It's just a great movie. And I'm gonna be honest with you, the DVD quality is not that bad on this disc. I could tolerate the DVD quality, but why not? Why not give me a Blu-ray? Why not give me a Blu-ray of this thing so I can enjoy it? And it's I can't really tell you how much more than it is. It's one of those switch movies there where they switch, and then they finally realize that they want to be themselves and they want to switch back towards the end. And that's pretty much what it is. We've seen it 1,000 times, but this is a good movie. I mean, it just deserves a Blu-ray release. Now, if I was gonna say a company that would give this one, I would picture a Vestron. I would picture a Vestron. I could picture I don't think it would be so much Kino. I don't know what the company was originally that made this thing. Let me see, what is this? This is Columbia TriStars. Columbia TriStars. So I mean, maybe a Kino, maybe. I don't know. But somebody grab this thing. As far as special features, once again, we get the digitally mastered and once again, I'm looking at this thing right now. This is a full screen presentation. I don't even think it was available in a widescreen presentation. This says digitally mastered audio and video full screen presentation. So with technology nowadays, this isn't even reaching my widescreen needs. You know what I mean? So give me something. Give me something. Somebody, please. And this is my last one. Now listen to me. A lot of people have never heard of this movie before. And if you have heard of this movie, I want you to comment below and tell me what you think of it, because I love this movie. I can quote it. My kids can quote it. We watched this so many times, and my kids will literally come in the bedroom and be like, "Hey, Dad, I want this movie. Can we watch this movie? Can we watch?" And we've watched it over and over and over again throughout the years. And it's one of those that you never ever see. You never like nobody ever brings it up. I never see any of these YouTubers talk about it. I never see any like. There's nothing like this is a movie that I think that maybe I might be the only one in the world that knows about it. That's where I'm at with this thing. But it was something that was released. I want to say it went directly to Cinemax. Okay, back in the day when the Cinemax HBO bundle was out there, they just came out and everything, and people were sitting around and they played it over and over again. And it's a movie called, are you ready? Gunther and the Paper Brigade. But at the time, when it was released on Cinemax, it was just the Paper Brigade. That's what they call it, the Paper Brigade. And this, I ended up stumbling upon this DVD, which I've never seen this in a store. I've never seen this at a Dollar Tree. I've never seen this at a Walmart. I've never seen this at a Target. I've never seen it at a Best Buy. I don't even think you can buy this thing at any place. This was like a special company. It was almost like a family company, like a Hallmark like type situation. And I was searching for it through Google one time years ago, and I stumbled upon it. It's actually 1-800-FAMILY TV is what the company is that put this thing out. And you want to see a entertaining, fun movie. This movie is it. This is it. It's got what's his name? Is it gonna say it over here? Freddy Krueger. Wow, drawing a blank. Why am I drawing a blank? Freddy Krueger. Wow. I can't remember Freddy Krueger's name. Oh, there's Freddy Krueger, but I just watched a documentary on Nightmare on Elm Street yesterday too. Robert Englund. Yes, this is a Robert Englund in a comic role, okay? And it's just a story about this kid. He moves into a new neighborhood, And of course there's some punks there and he's got a crush on this girl. He wants to take her out to a concert, but now he's going to deal with these punks, and so he wants to make some money, and he ends up becoming a paper boy. Well, the punks find out that there's money to be made in being a paper boy, so they hijack the paper they hijack their paper route, and they start delivering it like crazy, like whatever. But originally, the main character Gunther here, he was like stealing the show. He was like going from house to house, and originally he wasn't getting good tips, but then he started getting to know the different people or whatever, and they were tipping him really good. He was making good money. He was able to get tickets to go to the concert with the girl that he had a crush on or whatever. And wow, I'll tell you, the story, the acting, the characters, they rope you right in. There's a and comment below if you ever seen this, comment below. There's a his alarm clock. His alarm clock in this movie. My kids constantly mimic his alarm clock. And I wanted, for years I've been searching for his alarm clock, and it's an antique at this point. It's a retro, whatever. It's a monkey that plays the drums, and the alarm on it is awesome. And to this day, my kids mimic the sound of the alarm clock, and it's such a good movie. Such a good movie, a family movie. I mean, there's no reason why you can't do something with this. There's no reason why somebody can't hunt down the masters on this thing and clean it all up. Now, as far as the actors go, I don't know who's here or who's not here anymore, who passed or who's still here. But this is a 100% legit copy. I mean, so it's legit. It's but it's from a company that just, it's like a no-name company that must have grabbed this movie from whatever and did their. I mean, it's even got a parent guide for family discussions on the back. I mean, this was made for families, but it's a good movie. I mean, don't let it fool you that it's family oriented. You saw it. If you see it, you'll get roped in, and you'll be like, wow, you know, this is a hidden gem that you should have seen sometime in your life. And that's my that's 5. This is just 5. This is 5, and I'm gonna do more videos like this. I mean, I just grabbed the 5. The way it works is I've been upgrading all my stuff from DVD to Blu-ray. So as I'm doing that, the Blu-rays are taking up most of the space, and then I got this little row of DVDs at the end of stuff that just has not been released yet. Why won't you release it? I'll buy it. I'll easily throw over my money. I'll work extra hours in order to purchase these things. That's how much of love I have for these 5 titles. Just these 5. And there's many, many more. What's going on? I mean, how come we can get 10 different versions of like a Harry Potter or a Lord of the Rings or whatever, but you guys can't grab something that has not been released on Blu-ray yet and push that thing? No. Granted, don't give me the hate there saying, oh, this is no Lord of the Rings, this is no Harry Potter. You're right. Okay, there's a lot big following for those type of movies, but there's a following for these movies too, and I'm one of them. I'm probably first, and then there's more. There's more of us out there. I'm sure there's more of us out there. And if you're one of them, comment below. And with that said, that's my 5. My 5 first for this round of videos, and I'm gonna be pushing these out every once in a while as I go along, and I pick up titles, and I'm like, why won't you give this some Blu-ray love? And with that said, my friends, please do me a favor. Please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button. And I will see you later.